This documentary is based on historical chronicles and classical Chinese records. History often remembers conquerors, emperors, and warriors. Yet behind many great victories stands a different kind of power strategy. One of the most respected strategic minds in history was Zhuge Liang, a statesman, thinker, and master of calculated patience. Zhuge Liang lived during the turbulent Three Kingdoms period of ancient China, a time when the Han dynasty had collapsed and rival states fought for control. Chaos dominated the land. Armies marched constantly, alliances shifted, and survival depended not only on strength, but intelligence. Unlike many figures of his time, Zhuge Liang did not seek power through force. He believed that order could only be built through planning, discipline, and foresight. Before entering politics, Zhuge Liang lived in seclusion, studying philosophy, warfare, governance, and nature. His reputation grew quietly. He was not known as a warrior, but as a thinker. That reputation reached Liu Bei, a warlord struggling to survive in the chaos of the era. Liu Bei visited Zhuge Liang personally not once, but 3 times, asking him to become his advisor. This moment became symbolic in Chinese history. Wisdom must be sought with humility. When Zhuge Liang finally accepted, he did not promise victory. He promised preparation. He analyzed geography, resources, enemy psychology, and long-term stability. His famous Longzhong plan outlined how Liu Bei could survive against stronger rivals by securing strategic regions and building alliances. It was not a plan for a quick victory, but for sustainable power. Zhuge Liang believed the greatest battles are won before they begin. One of his most remembered qualities was calmness under pressure. When facing stronger armies, he often avoided direct confrontation. Instead, he used deception, timing, and psychological warfare. A famous example describes a moment when his city was left nearly defenseless, with enemy forces approaching. Instead of panic, Zhuge Liang ordered the gates opened and calmly played music atop the walls. The approaching army, suspecting an ambush, retreated without a fight. Whether fully literal or partly symbolic, the story reflects his reputation. Control the mind, and you control the battlefield. But Zhuge Liang was not only a strategist of war, he was also a reformer and administrator. He focused on agriculture, logistics, and discipline. He believed that a state survives not by war alone, but by stability. Under his guidance, resources were organized efficiently, corruption was reduced, and the army became structured and resilient. Unlike many leaders, Zhuge Liang lived modestly. Historical records describe him as disciplined, hardworking, and deeply committed to responsibility. He often worked late into the night, reviewing reports, planning campaigns, and ensuring stability within the state. Yet even great strategists face limits. Zhuge Liang led multiple northern expeditions, attempting to restore the Han dynasty's former strength. These campaigns demonstrated brilliant planning and discipline, but they also revealed the reality of warfare strategy cannot always overcome logistical and numerical disadvantage. Despite setbacks, his reputation never faded. Why? Because Zhuge Liang represented something beyond victory. He represented responsibility. He believed leadership meant carrying burden, not seeking glory. His writings emphasize loyalty, patience, and preparation. He warned that reckless ambition destroys nations, while discipline preserves them. When Zhuge Liang died during one of his campaigns, it was said the army mourned, not just a commander, but a guiding mind. His influence continued long after his death, shaping Chinese political and military thought for centuries. Today, Zhuge Liang is remembered not as the strongest, but as one of the wisest. His legacy teaches that intelligence, patience, and discipline often outlast brute force. History changes through power, but power endures through strategy. Zhuge Liang understood this truth and lived by it. Welcome back to our journey through the life of Zhuge Liang. We've seen him emerge from a reclusive scholar, orchestrate the alliance at Red Cliffs, and help Liu Bei establish the kingdom of Shuhan. But the story of this legendary strategist is far from over. Now, we delve into the final, most arduous chapter of his life, a period defined by unwavering loyalty, relentless effort, and a legacy that would echo for centuries. After Liu Bei's death, the full weight of Shuhan fell upon Zhuge Liang's shoulders. He was not just a prime minister. He was the regent, mentor, and guardian of a young emperor, Liu Shan. His first priority was to stabilize the kingdom. Internally, he implemented reforms that boosted agriculture and strengthened the economy. He reformed the legal system to be fair and transparent, winning the trust of the people. But his biggest challenge lay to the south. The southern Nenman tribes had rebelled, threatening Shuhan's very foundation. Instead of a brutal conquest, Zhuge Liang launched his famous southern campaign. The goal wasn't just to win battles, but to win hearts. You might have heard the story of him capturing and releasing the tribal leader Meng Huo 7 times. Each time, Meng Huo would rebel again, and each time, Zhuge Liang would defeat and release him. After the 7th capture, Meng Huo, completely humbled by Zhuge Liang's magnanimity and strategic genius, pledged his loyalty for good. This campaign secured Shu's southern border and provided crucial resources, all without creating lasting resentment. It was a masterclass in psychological warfare and benevolent governance. With the home front secure, Zhuge Liang turned his gaze north, towards the rival kingdom of Kaowei. His ultimate goal was to fulfill the promise he made to Liu Bei, to restore the Han dynasty. This led to a series of 5 grueling northern expeditions. These campaigns were an uphill battle. Shu was the smallest and weakest of the 3 kingdoms, and invading the powerful Wei was an immense undertaking. Zhuge Liang faced treacherous terrain, logistical nightmares, and a formidable rival, the brilliant Wei strategist, Sima Yi. The northern expeditions became a legendary chess match between these 2 great minds. Zhuge Liang won several tactical victories, showcasing his ingenuity. He invented the wooden ox and flowing horse, mysterious mechanical transport devices to carry supplies through difficult mountain passes. He famously used the empty fort strategy, where he faced Sima Yi's massive army with open gates and a calm demeanor, making his opponent so suspicious of a trap that he reached. These stories highlight his incredible psychological insight and audacity. However, despite his brilliance, the campaigns were ultimately inconclusive. Shu simply lacked the manpower and resources to deliver a knockout blow to Wei. The immense strain of these repeated expeditions took a heavy toll on Zhuge Liang's health. He worked tirelessly, personally overseeing every detail of the military and the government, reportedly sleeping very little and eating even less. His dedication was absolute, but his body was failing. During his final northern expedition, at the Battle of Wuzhang Plains, Zhuge Liang fell gravely ill. Knowing his end was near, he meticulously planned for Shu's retreat to ensure the army could return safely without him. Even on his deathbed, his primary concern was the state's welfare. Legend says he ordered a wooden statue of himself to be placed in his chariot during the retreat. When Sima Yi pursued, he saw the statue from a distance, believed Zhuge Liang was still alive, and hesitated long enough for the Shu army to escape. This led to a famous saying, "A dead Zhuge scares away a living Sima." Zhuge Liang died at the age of 53, never seeing his ultimate dream realized, but his legacy was already secure. Beyond his military strategies, he left behind profound writings on governance, leadership, and personal conduct. His memorial to the emperor on going to war, or Siaku Shibao, is a masterpiece of Chinese literature. In it, he pours out his heart, expressing his unwavering loyalty to Liu Bei's cause and offering heartfelt advice to the young emperor. It is a deeply moving document that reveals the man behind the legend, a man driven not by ambition, but by duty and a profound sense of honor. So, why does Zhuge Liang remain such a revered figure? It's because he represents more than just a brilliant mind. He embodies the Confucian ideal of the scholar official who serves with absolute integrity and selflessness. He was a master of strategy, yes, but also a just administrator, a skilled diplomat, and a loyal servant who gave his entire life to a cause he believed in. In Chinese culture, his name, Kongming, is synonymous with wisdom itself. From the strategic genius who foresaw the division of the 3 kingdoms to the tireless regent who sacrificed everything for his state, Zhuge Liang's story is a timeless epic of intelligence, loyalty, and human endeavor against overwhelming odds. He may not have won his final war, but he won a permanent place in history as one of its most remarkable and admirable figures. Thank you for watching. If you've been inspired by the story of Zhuge Liang, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into history's greatest figures.